Hey, thanks for joining us today, and we get to introduce that awesome producer that RaUOB was able to use to make him sound like a decent human. So we got some real interesting questions we got to ask King Travelight, because it took some hands of surgery to make this guy even palatable, I think, whatever that word is. You know what I'm talking about? When people talking about if they eat, is it palatable and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Mr. King Travelight, we know you're a very busy man, and basically, how did you feel working with RaUOB on this track called Builders? Like, do you think he's totally insane out of his mind, or what are you seeing?
Man, I'm thankful, man. It was fun. It was something different for me. But RaUOB has such a confidence, such a belief in what he's doing that, I appreciate it. I always like to work with people that really have a passion for what they do, because that's what I have a passion. I have a passion for what I do, so it's always an honor.
Oh, okay,
to work with other passionate people.
Oh. Well, I know there's a lot of people to me that complain about this guy RaUOB, also aka David Emanuel, actor, this, that. He got about 27 names. And most people say he's difficult to work with or whatever, but what I'm trying to understand is this is most people energy don't line up with his energy. So a lot of times he by himself doing his own thing or whatever. But it looks like you took the patience with him and polished them off and made them presentable to the people. How did you get such a talent like that you could do something like that?
Well, it's really it's my ancestry, I'm just continuing, a legacy, and I'm from a lineage that has been doing this for quite a while. So, and I've dedicated my lifetime to doing it. So I'm pretty comfortable and confident in what I'm doing. Even as a child, I was, working with people and always, developing things. So, I've always been a leader in that light. So, it's been a long, long time coming. So, like I said, I just approach everything with positivity, and I just try to be creative. So,
Man, that's amazing. I don't even think RaUOB knew these qualities about you. Now, you just said it's in the family, it's in the lineage. That means it's in the DNA.
Right.
And now one rapper got that song where he's talking about that I got loyalty and royalties and Jordy's in my DNA. So, it like that type of in your DNA?
Yeah, we all have, gifts and talents and things that have been cultivated throughout,
Well, I've heard a few.
I just was happy to find mine very early. Shout out to my mother for that. She identified very early that I had a musical and a creative gift, so she aligned that for me, and so.
Well, I happen to hear a couple of your projects, man, and they are really, really profound. And like the average mind wouldn't understand the quality of work that you are doing. Because you got, what, 3 albums out there?
Yeah, that I produced. I produced so many albums for others, but for
I'm talking about your work.
Yeah, I have three albums.
So, what I'm trying to do is bridge the gap where the average person looks at King Travelight and says, I want to feel great about myself. Who can help me identify a talent in me and allow me to bring it to the forefront where I don't care who's judging me. I want to know why I'm on this earth, and I'm sure I got something to give. What you think could cross that barrier where they would let their guard down and say, you know what, despite people telling me I can't achieve this, people telling me I'm not this, because RaUOB mentioned that he put a post out saying anybody who wants to make at least one song that he could possibly get them in the studio with you, and whether they rap through the whole thing, whether they sing, or even if they just talk, RaUOB told them that you will help them with their one project. They're going to have to pay for your services, of course, but RaUOB's going to do all the work as far as helping them write 16 bars, helping them tell their story, like the beginning of what they went through, the middle, how the people judged them, and then the end, how they overcame and achieved victory. RaUOB gonna take care of all that and make sure they ready before they come to you, because your time is very valuable, and people don't know the gem that's sitting here. So what is it about you that you can tell them where they will feel comfortable letting down that guard and take the opportunity to sit at your feet for a moment? Now, I know you ain't the Christ, but when it comes to this music game, because you was back in Atlanta with them people and all that Dungeon Family and them, MJG 8 Ball, I don't know all the names, but I heard about it though. But, you know, can you tell a little bit about that so they know what we got here in Jacksonville, in Duval?
Well, background, I was born in Jacksonville. I spent the majority of my childhood in Georgia, in a town called Watley, Georgia. And that's when I really developed, because I was able to, you know, have a mentor and be the apprentice. And I was able to go through that right of having a master teacher and being able to experience the lifestyle of that. So, like I said, I've always had to teach and I always had to, you know, assist others. So I'm very comfortable, and I always had a confidence in people. You know, like I tell people, I absorb my reflection when I look at people. So I can't look at a person and feel like they don't have something special. You know, so I got an optimism about that. You know, I've you know, I attended college here, you know, at RaUOB's, college, majored in music, participated, you know, in the marching band, and just my whole life it just has been a constant evolution. Went to Atlanta a few times and was able to, you know, pay my dues and learn the ways of a music producer. Met a lot of people, learned a lot, you know, and got a lot of great experience from people that, you know, have been, you know, at the top of the mountain. And so coming back here, you know, I've taught for the last 4 years at a charter high school called Tech, where I was able to continue to, you know, work with young people, which is a passion of mine. And I learned so much from that experience about, like how you said, about a person kind of being timid and not really having that confidence yet, you know, but knowing that all it takes is experience, you know. Like you know, RaUOB did his first record, he was a little, but that second one, man, he came in, you know, like he was a pro, you know, he had confidence. So imagine what he's gonna be like after maybe the 100th record, you know. So I just look forward to his progression. But for anybody out there that want to do something that they know their heart really is yearning for, man, all I tell you to do is take a step, you know.
Wow, well that's amazing, man, because, you know, I went to high school with RaUOB, and right down the range, right up the street there, you know, and actually grew up in the same neighborhood with RaUOB and everything like that. It's like, feel like we ate the same food at the same table sometimes. I feel like we connected, I don't know. But I know he used to sound like a bullfrog. They wouldn't even let him in the church choir, you know, in Carolina. It was a Baptist church, and, you know, it was a hole in the wall church, like a shotgun church. You know, like something like the Peekaboo Motel. No, Peekaboo, I'll strike that from the record. Don't. I know the lady from Peekaboo, we're not going to put that on there. But he used to sound like a bullfrog. You know what I mean? But you have him, and he have him, or whoever got him, the Lord, the angels, or whoever, but he sound pretty decent. And I'm like, wow. It actually make me even think I can do something. Because I had dreams of being a performer and doing different things. I had dreams like that. Yeah. So I'm just going to close out with that, because Jacksonville, if you live in Jacksonville, you live in the 904, you live in Duval, you sleeping on something that's perfection. And that's King Travelight. I don't know where he got the light from, but King Travelight can put the light on people, because if RaUOB can shine, you can shine.
Right.
Thank you for this episode.
Peace and light.
Peace and light. I can't do what that's your, what you got? What you? Bam! There it is. You know? All right. What you think?